What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the best players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM that you can buy for less than 50,000 MT. So lads, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. I think it's like 45% of you guys that are viewers aren't actually subscribed to the channel. So if you guys are new to the channel, like MyTEAM content, subscribe. We upload more MyTEAM content than anywhere else. If you guys are looking for a place to get the best tips for MyTEAM, here's definitely the best place to go. Best place to find out about the best budget cards, and just the best place to find out just about how to know all of the ins and outs of this game mode. So anyway, now we are going to get onto it. So there's no point really just putting, say, 5 players in the one position into the squad, because that kind of defeats the purpose, because position locks are a thing. So in this video we are going to be talking about a couple of decent options at each price range, and then we're going to be picking out one that is the best for the price of, well, under 50k. So point guard position, honestly, there's not that many great ones. Like, you'd expect some to be better in like playoff dimers. If you want to go a little bit over, Darren Williams is exceptional. So if you want to go to like 70k, he's a really good option. But less than 50k, honestly, for me, I would be half saying as the second best being Doc Rivers. And Doc Rivers is a pretty solid option. 8 gold badges, bronze clamps, decent shooter, decent of height at 6'4". But number one is, no question about it, this dude right here, Sleepy Floyd. Sleepy Floyd is going up a little bit in price. You never know what will come out tomorrow. Like, if tomorrow we get a better card than Sleepy Floyd, he's probably going to go down a little bit in price. But one thing with Sleepy is that he can get basically all the best badges in the game. So you should always keep an eye for Sleepy and look for versions of Sleepy Floyd that have gold badges. So like, you can see this one here. Let me just have a look at what the extra gold badge is. I have a Sleepy Floyd as well. I just want to check, is this one got range? Nope. So it's downhill by the looks of things. He's put up the gold. So that's not really worth too much. But always just keep an eye on, say, Sleepy Floyd getting range extender. Either way though, Sleepy Floyd's got 33 gold badges. I put range on my one. But he's got flashy passer, dimer, quick first step, stop and go, pump fake maestro, unpluckable, floor general, as well as downhill and handles for days as his silver badges. So they're not too bad. And then bronze clamps. For me anyway, bronze clamps is the minimum you need on a card. Like, clamps is not a cheap badge either. So if you're looking at it in terms of just badges, having bronze clamps is a big thing. Because again, it is not the cheapest badge in the world. Like, if you're looking to put bronze clamps on a player, you're paying probably about 5-6k MT on a good day. It's not as expensive as range. I would not suggest to range up anyone right now. I really wouldn't. I mean, even without range, Sleepy's exceptional. But like, the problem with range right now is that it's 25k for bronze range, and silver range and gold range are about 15k each. So it's about 55k to range up a card right now. So even without range, I would definitely suggest Sleepy Floyd. There is no point guards in the game that have got range extender and you just need clamps. If there was a range extender point guard you could use clamps on, I would definitely tell you guys to go for that card, but that card does not exist right now. It might exist tomorrow, but does not exist as of right now. So now we are on to the 2 guard position. So there's a number of ways you can go with the 2 guard position for this price. And it's a bit of a weird one, because with the 2 guard and small forward, I feel like there's a lot of great ones. But when you look at the cheap versions of the cards, I just don't really think that there's too many particularly great cheap versions. So when you're looking at the 2 guard position, if you guys want someone with range extender, Ray Allen is a great player. He is around that 10k MT mark. There is a big problem with Ray Allen, and it's that he can't play defense. So like, if you could clamp up Ray Allen, which you can't, he would be a really nice card, but unfortunately you can't do that. Gold range extender though, great 3-point shooter. Overall good. However, if you are looking to get Ray Allen, I would just advise you guys to get Eric Gordon instead, who I just feel is better. I think in general, Eric Gordon is a better card than Ray Allen. Like, comparing these two guys right here, they're still not the best though. It actually depends. If you guys want a pure shooter, even for under 50k, Gordon might be one of your best options. He's out here with range extender. However, if you do want to go a little more expensive, and you're willing to pay closer to that 50k mark, Allen Houston is the best option on offense. So Allen Houston has got incredible shooting badge. He's got range extender, flexible release. He's also got a great mid-range, great 3 ball. The more I use, say, what's his name, and Eric Gordon, the more I think like Eric Gordon's not that much worse than Houston. And then also Mitch Richmond is under the 50k mark as well. Mitch Richmond is actually a lot closer to 20k. And again, a big problem is that you can't put clamps on any of these guys. You actually could put clamps at one stage on Mitch Richmond. So you might actually find a clamped up Mitch Richmond, which would be huge. Like, I know for a fact there are people that have clamp, because there was weird glitches. The same people that got Steph Curry with Hall of Fame range, the Amethyst one, were able to put clamps on him. So the answer to this question would be clamps Mitch Richmond if you guys can find that card. But the reason why I'm kind of talking a lot about a lot of different types of 2 guards is there's no out-and-out number 1 for the 2 guard position, because there is 2 other really good guys. There's playoff stoppers, Doug Christie, who I feel is a really good card, but I feel this dude right here is cheaper and does the same job, Michael Cooper. So for me, if I was to pick, I would pick Michael Cooper. If you want pure catch and shoot, you probably go Houston as your best. If you want pure offense, you're either going to have to go Mitch Richmond or Eric Gordon. But if you want pure defense, I think Michael Cooper is the best option, because for me, he's got a great 3 ball. He's an unbelievable defender with Hall of Fame clamps. Got corner specials gold, catch and shoot gold, so he will hit from the corners really, really easily. As well as that, obviously, can get a couple of good badges like quick first step. So it all depends on what you need for the 2 guard position. I'm starting to be kind of iffy on Houston. I really am. I've used him a few times. I tried to buy him back and I sold him again. I'm really iffy on Houston. For me, anyway, depending on what you need, it will be between Mitch Rich, Michael Cooper, and Eric Gordon. It would be those 3 guys. Especially, well, Mitch Richmond's probably not as good as Houston. He's just way cheaper. So they're kind of evens. For me, it will be this guy right here, though. So now we are on to the small forward position. And this is a weak position. This is a weak position. Let me just tell you that right now. Like, if you want to go and pay a whole bunch of MT for Giannis, be my guest. Paul George, way over the 50k mark. Like, again, good cards, just very, very expensive. Where is he? Kevin Durant, another good card. Oh, around the 100k mark. So you're paying a lot of MT for a decent small forward. Is Jamal Mashburn any good? He's moderately good. Not worth 20k. He's okay. That's the only word that I can use for Jamal Mashburn is he's okay. But for me, as well as that, Dominique is 150k. So you're looking at these cards and they're just way, way too expensive. For me, the best option you can get at that small forward position is by putting a power forward down to small forward. And the player that I would use for that, rather than say moving a 2 guard up, because a lot of the best 2 guards are a little bit small to play in the small forward position. For me, it would be this dude right here. At the small forward especially, it would be Boris Diaw. And Boris Diaw is so nice in this game. Like, Diaw 6'8", a good height. He moves really well. So like his SIGs and animations are really, really good. So he's got basically all of Nick Batum's animations from NBA 2K20. So he's going to move and feel like a just bigger bodied Nick Batum from last year, which a lot of people love Nick Batum, myself included. So I definitely think that you're going to be looking, well, this card's going to be really, really good. Well, it is really, really good. I think it's going to be a really good option for you if you're looking for one under that 50k mark. He's got Hall of Fame flashy passer, which, you know what, it's not the most relevant badge in the world in my team, but he's got catch and shoot gold, corner specialist gold, got silver clamps, which means he can play defense, got silver dimer as well, silver intimidator, silver off ball pass, silver deep hooks, deep fade, silver hot zone hunter. So got a lot of really great badges. And in terms of badges you can add, like, you can get him with the gold hot zone hunter, which makes him an even more dangerous shooter. So in my opinion, he's definitely a really, really good card around that small forward position. I wish you could get quick first step, but sure, look, you can't. Oh, you can get range on Diaw, and you can get quick first step. I did not know that. I'm gonna be on the lookout for a range extender Diaw. Range extender Diaw might be in there over Steven Jackson for me, not gonna lie. But if you, speaking of Steven Jackson though, if you can find a Steven Jackson with range extender, which is like so difficult to find, he would not be a bad option at all. If you can find a Steven Jackson with range, he'd be a good option. So now we're on to the power forward position. Obviously, Boris Diaw is a guy that you can use, but for me, I hate using a power forward. I think Boris Diaw is really good at small forward. Do not like using a power forward. If I'm out here using a power forward for less than 50k, there's only one option. There's a lot, well, there's 1.5 options. If you want a pure catch and shoot player to play a tiny bit of defense, get Brian Scalabrine. Brian Scalabrine has got 9 goal badges, basically a bunch of shooting ones, and bronze clamps. As well as that, a great 3-point rating. And in terms of like lateral quickness, 76 is not awful. So he's going to be a competent defender, and he's also going to be a lights out shooter. But for me, I just think it's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer that the best is this dude right here, Bailey Howell. Bailey Howell is the best power forward, in my opinion. Maybe in this game. Maybe the best power forward in this game. He is around, you can get him for around 20k. He's been around the same price since the day he came out. He was probably a little bit cheaper the specific day he came out, but he's been around the same price the whole time. But the thing with Bailey Howell is that he's got 90 offense, 79 defense overall. He just rebounds ridiculously well. It's a weird one this year. People just don't grab rebounds. Even though his rebound rating is, like, it's good, not exceptional, he gets a ton of boards. His defensive ratings are bad, but if you look at his badges, he's got bronze clamps, only bronze post spin technician, but he's got relentless finisher, no catch and shoot, which is a really weird one because you'd be looking at him and like when you use him, you think he would have catch and shoot, which he can't actually even get from upgrading. I've just looked at upgradable badges. Does he have catch and shoot? He does, sorry. He has catch and shoot. I was confused. I was like, how is he making so many shots without that badge? So he's got Slithery Hall of Fame, which is really nice. Got Drop Stepper Gold, Intimidator, Backdown Punisher. So you can see why he is that good defender. He feels about 6'10 in game, even though his wingspan's small. Again, Silver Clamp's going to help him a lot with that 74 lateral quickness. And even though his ball handling isn't great, he's got pretty okay SIGs. Basically, he's got DeMar DeRozan SIGs. So basically, everything DeMar DeRozan can do in terms of dribbling, he can do. He just won't speed boost out of it. So a really, really great card. And in my opinion, he is that number. He is the number 1 power forward in the game at all. Actually, no, number 2. Draymond Green's number 1. He's the number 2 behind Draymond Green. I keep forgetting Draymond's power forward because he's in the center, but I definitely think that Bailey Howell deserves a spot in that like conversation for the best power forwards in the game. So now we're on to the center position, and there really is only one player that you can really put on this list. Maybe 2. If you only want your center to get rebounds, play interior defense, and dunk the ball and catch lobs, just get Tyson Chandler. Because he does not suit my play style, but I mean, if you just want someone to catch lobs, you can't get any better. Like, Tyson Chandler is a 7'1" center, 16 goal badges, just dunks everything around the basket. He must have Lob City finisher. The amount of lobs he catches are crazy. Yeah, he's got Lob City finisher gold. He will not shoot the ball. He will not score in the post, but he will play great post defense and he will block a ton of shots. And will dunk the ball around the basket. He also is a huge player build, so I know a lot of people really like using Tyson Chandler, so I have to mention him, but I don't think anyone would argue that there's a better 50k center in this game than Kristaps Porzingis. I don't think it's particularly close. I think a lot of the centers that other people use, like Mikan and stuff, you can't buy in the auction house. In terms of auctionable centers, I think it's not even close to Kristaps is the best of them. Maybe if you can argue that Chris Webber at the center position is a bit better, but for around 43k, getting Kristaps Porzingis is just... You've got a 7'3" guy with 2 Hall of Fame badges, pick and pop or pump fake meister. He's also got catch and shoot. I put silver corner specialist on him. He still can't really shoot from the corners. Problem is he's a little bit inconsistent when it comes to shooting, but that's it. Like, he's got a good post game. He gets a ton of boards. He's not that weak. Like, strength of 78 is not incredible, but he's not that weak. He's also got great rebounding stats. 7'3", got good length, and really fast for a big man. Like 69.56 or 54.66 is actually really fast for a big man. So Kristaps, without question, the best center for under 50k. So anyway, that is the video. So these are my top 5 cards in the game you can get for under 50k MT. So point guard position, no doubt about it, Sleepy Floyd. No doubt about it, point guard is Sleepy Floyd. And then when you're looking at the 2 guard position, depending on what you want, if you guys want a just flat out scorer, I would probably go with, say, an Eric Gordon. You want a flat out shooter, go with Mitch Richmond. Or say not Mitch Richmond, go Allen Houston. If you guys want a just overall defense player, go Mike Cooper. I prefer Cooper, but depending on what you want from your 2 guard, you can use any of those 3 really. Small forward position, I would advise you guys go to power forward and put Boris Diaw there. Boris Diaw is a beast. Power forward, Bailey Hell, no doubt about it, for under 50k. And center position, another no-brainer, Kristaps Porzingis. So anyway, yep, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.